You can do what you're doing because you're not there. You're harassed. Your business is harassed. Your family is harassed. Everything around you is harassed. If I tell people what I'm going through, or members of my family is going through, the only thing you can say, Peter, stop this. Because that's what it is. Because it's a state capture. The winner takes everything and makes sure that you don't move. I have friends today who will not take my call, who don't want to come to their house, who will be doing occasion and call you and say, Peter, I'm doing this, but I don't want you to come. You know why? And I can tell you, it's so painful. Happens virtually every day. People say to you, I'm doing this. Today is my birthday. My wife is inviting people privately, but I don't want you to come. And people who might send just birthday greeting, they won't reply me. They will somebody's other phone and call me and say, we saw your this, but we can't reply because if we reply you, these people will know because they're taping everything about you. That's not a normal life. And these are people who are supposed to stay and say no. I've been at the airport, at the gathering, I want to greet somebody, will not greet me. These are people I used to be in my private life as a businessman or bank. We all used to meet together as directors and say, they won't greet you. They're using somebody's else phone to call you, or they'll tell you, say, let's meet somewhere overseas. That's not a normal life. So to go through this is painful enough. This interview I'm doing, like every other interview, your call, your question, that you're there talking. Didn't you see now, Rudolph started by saying, I bring only bad news. Tell me which news that I've brought that is not there before.
No, Governor, it's not Rudolph that said it, it's your critics. That's what they're saying.
Today, I advocated for one thing. When I was speaking to students, I said, we need to dismantle, change the presidential system we operate in. And because it's not appropriate for us, we need a mix of presidential and parliamentary democracy. So we can have the president, the governor, an elected person who will be answerable to the people. So when we have the presidential questions time, like we have prime minister presidential questions time, say in France or in UK, the president or the governor is the one answering. Today, if you elect me president, I will recruit 1,000 special assistants. If Rudolph says anything, or you, Alaba, said anything, I will unleash them. They will be calling you all sorts of names, calling your wife, calling your children. People who did not elect, who had nothing to do with it, have turned themselves into lunatics, harassing everybody. But if we had a presidential question time, and also to enable us to pass vote of no confidence or confidence when the person is doing well or not doing well. We can't just elect somebody and say he has to wait till after 4 or 5 years to go. No. These are things the parliamentary system can solve. So I'm an advocate. You said, which philosophy do I believe in? Or which is this? I stand for good governance.
Does that make you a revolutionary or reactionary or a progressive?
I'm not a reactionary. You can have a mix of progressive and a bit of revolutionary. Not revolutionary where we start damaging things and causing problems. We can do it by building a change of mind. We want to change the people's perception and conception of life in Nigeria. It's fault. We cannot live in a society where we celebrate criminality, because that's what we're doing today. whether it's in politics, out of politics. Because not only in politics that we have problem in Nigeria. We have problem even in private world, where people think today I'm not doing anything, but there's a possibility that something can happen and money will come from nowhere. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world.